boiler quotes, what I quoted and why. My name's Alan Hart. I've been asked lots and lots of questions about quoting for new boilers and what I quoted and why I quoted the boiler that I quoted. So I've got quite a few jobs that I've been to and I've done quotes on. So I'm going to show you the jobs, and I'm going to show you what I've quoted and why I've quoted it. And I'd really like, if you can, if you add some comments below, and on all the different jobs that I'm going to show you, if you could tell me the boiler that I've quoted and then the one that you would quote in the comments below, and that'd be really helpful. So yeah, let's go and have a look. So the first boiler we've got, it's an Ideal Instinct 30 kilowatt combi boiler. This boiler is only 3 years old. It's not a very good install, and also the benchmark hasn't been filled in. So at the moment the customer's got a problem. They keep having to top the pressure up constantly, and it's got a leaking heat exchanger. So the customer's going to have to spend quite a bit of money on this boiler, and because it's such a bad install, they're just considering their options and maybe to put a new boiler in. So when we look at the rest of this, we can see that the flue above hasn't been sealed. It's got plastic pipe all over as well, which that's not the end of the world, to be honest. If we have a look at the PRV is just terminated internally, which is obviously that's a no-no. So the background to this job is, this is a landlord property, so it's a rented property, and the boiler's losing pressure. The install's not very good, the water quality is poor, and really it needs flushing and it needs a new heat exchanger. But spending all that money into a boiler that's fairly cheap to start with, I personally wouldn't do it if it was my money. So what I'd like to do now, I'd like to put a comment below if you can, and just tell me what boiler you would quote. So the issues with this is, it needs a terminal guard, it needs flue sealing, we need to get the blow off to the outside, and where the blow off is, that's underground, so we'd need to connect that blow off into the return, and then we'd have to put a remote blow off onto this. Yeah, so I'll tell you what I've quoted. So I've give the customer a couple of options. One option I've quoted is the main. The main comes with a 5-year warranty, and it's got a stainless steel heat exchanger. So I've quoted to install that, flush the system out, fit a new filter, fit a quality filter, and just do a proper job for them really. Update the controls, install the branded controls that I've got somewhere. Don't know where they are, but anyway, yeah. So yeah, I've also offered them the option of a Baxi Platinum. Again, the Baxi Platinum, stainless steel heat exchanger, flush the system out, and with that one, that boiler comes with a not Baxi Platinum, Baxi 800, sorry. I've got Baxi Platinum on me in my head. I love the Baxi Platinum, to be honest. Yeah, Baxi 800. So the Baxi 800, that comes with a 10-year parts and labour warranty. So I've also give the option for that as well. What we'll do now, we'll go to the next job, and I'll show you the next job and what I've quoted there. The state of this next one is unreal. Yeah, let's go and have a look. So I've been called out to do a quote, and when I've arrived, this is how the boiler is. There's quite a few things wrong with this. If you have a look here, we can see the boiler is on top of the electrical socket. It's just all open. It's also directly above the cooker. And I don't actually know the issue with this, but You can see there it's just directly above the cooker. If we have a look outside, condensate doesn't go to any drain, and if we look at the brickwork, it's absolutely horrendous. So that was just shocking. I just wondered, if you're a gas engineer or a plumber, do you find jobs like this as well? Because I just seem to find these installs like this now more and more. On this one, I've quoted to put a new boiler in. I've said to them to move the boiler, but they don't want to move the boiler. So they've said they're going to rearrange the kitchen and they're going to move the cooker. But obviously the electrics will need sorting out on this, and the brickwork, there's no way I'm going to put my name to that brickwork. So I'd want to chop all that brickwork out. I'd go to Brick Library and I'd get some bricks as close of match to that as possible, and then chop it all out and then brick it up nice and neat. So yeah, I quoted for a Baxi 800 on this one, and I've quoted for a Viessmann 100 as well. Both 30 kilowatt, and both come with a 10-year parts and labour warranty. Yeah, let me know below what you would have quoted and why as well. Just a quick one now. This is a Viessmann 333. They've had a lot of problems with this boiler and they're wanting to change it. So I'm gonna, on this one, it's got 18-20 litres a minute on cold mains. So what would you replace it with? Well, I've quoted them for a Viessmann 111 for this one, which I think will be amazing for them, to be honest. I've installed quite a few now of the 111s, and customers have always been really happy with them. So the Viessmann 333, they've had quite a lot of issues with that one. I don't know what the issues are. I've never worked on it, and I've only been out to do a quote. So it may be that they've not had somebody very experienced working on it. I've no idea. But I've been called out to do a quote on it, and as I say, I've quoted for a Viessmann 111 on there. The water pressure is really good. There's not enough space really to put an unvented in there, and customer didn't want an unvented cylinder. So I think that the 111 will be perfect for them, to be honest. Going back to the boiler in the kitchen with the case off, I can't understand how bad these installs are these days. I mean, I've done this job a long time now, 30 years this year, doing plumbing and heating, and yeah, these are, I mean, just even for instance, the brickwork. If you were a customer, would you really accept that brickwork like that? It just looks like somebody's rendered it with their hands. It just mental. And then the first one, the Ideal, the landlord on there has only just bought that property, so it's not down to the landlord that owns it now. But even so, if the first person had spent maybe a couple of £100 more, then they could have had a better install, and the install would have lasted a lot longer. So yeah, I hope I've not rabbled on too much in this video. If you like my videos, please add a comment below, and please like, and yeah. And if you've got any suggestions for any other videos, again, if you add it in comments below, and if I can help, I will. I do get a lot of messages and emails and phone calls from people, new recruits into industry, or even plumbers as well, to be honest. If you can try and message me in comments below, that would be better for me, and I will try my best to answer as many of them as I can. I do sometimes miss them, but I do get quite a lot of comments, and I I just can't answer all different phone calls and texts and all stuff like this. But if you can add them in comments below here, and hopefully if I can't help quickly, then other people that are reading it can also comment, and it's just like a little bit of a community then, and we can just all help each other together then, really. Yeah, I'm totally rambling on now. Yeah, thanks for watching.